They're like, what's your credit score? I don't know. How about that one? How about that's my credit score? How about I don't know, 12,000 units paying me $2,000 a month. That's my credit score. So you guys out there like, I got to have a loan. I don't even have a credit score. I don't know what my credit score. My credit score is like 5.1. My credit score is I got $450,000 coming in off the internet every morning. That's my credit score. Like I don't have a credit score. I ain't got a credit score. Wealthy people don't have credit scores. They got assets. So the first thing people have to commit to is not how they can't do it. It's like, dude, I'm committed to getting real estate. Don't worry about where the money's going to come from. If you're committed to becoming wealthy, you can't figure out how to do it first. This is what's wrong with our education system. They should not put people in 12 years of school and then 4 years of college. You should just teach people, dude, what do you want to do on this planet? Okay? Like if every American, their only thing was, I'm going to create $1 billion in net worth. If every American did that, imagine what our country would do. Dude, we would be the superpower of all superpowers forever. Because every kid now wouldn't be worried about history or English. They'd be like, let me just study how to create $1 billion worth of net worth. And how do you do that? Well, you got to tie in to 8 billion people, servicing 8 billion people. This is what I tell you. Like how do I service people? Right? And then healthcare, cosmetics, the pornography industry was just created. There's no great product or service there. All they did was give people what they wanted. You know, and it's terrible that people even have that much time to do that. Right? Or drugs, alcohol, the same thing. Stripper joints, tattoos. I mean, tattoos are, what did I see the other day? The lottery business, okay? Last year, what do you think this country spends on lottery tickets a year? Just give me any number.
Let me see.
A big number.
Yeah. Let's say...
330 million people in America.
Yeah, I'll say 10 billion.
105 billion. That is more money than every sporting event, every music download, every live concert, and every movie produced in this country. Lottery tickets. Wow, people want to win something. Right? I want to get lucky. Well, you're not going to get lucky. You have a better chance of becoming a millionaire in America than you do have invisible abs. 3 million people in America have visible abs. You're not one of them.
I am.
Okay. You're one of 3 million. But do you? Let me see them.
You want me to?
Show them, bro. It's your channel. Let me see. You have visible abs?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, dude. That's one of 3 million. Okay. Do you know you have the people watching have 7x better chance of becoming a millionaire than having visible abs?
I believe it.
3 million Americans have visible abs. 22 million Americans are millionaires. I don't know how many billionaires there are, but when I started looking at billionaires, I'm like, okay, how many are there? Bing. Okay, if there's 10 of them, what did they do? All I'm going to do is go track what that cat did. You know, if you want to go fishing out here, okay, you get in a boat. I'm going to tell you a story about yacht life here in a second. You get in a boat, you're going out there, and you're running around. Your boat captain's going around. He's looking for fish. What's he going to look for? What's he going to look for to find fish? He's going to have his little navigation system, his little freaking fish finder in there, and all the bullshit calling into other boats. But he's going to see 6 or 8 boats over here, right? And he's going to see seagulls and shit. Dude, that's where the goddamn fish are. Go over there.
Yeah.
Just follow the damn traffic. You know, but some arrogant captain's going to be like, no, I'm reading my school system and I got all my technology. Bro, the boats are over there. I'll tell you a story. I was in the south of France. I'm on a 208-foot, totally bragging right now, 208-foot Benetti yacht. And me and my family on there for 2 weeks. And we're finding a place to go to this new island we're going to, in Sardinia, actually. We left France, going to Sardinia, and we pull up, and the captain's bringing me this place. I'm like, bro, look, I got this thing called Marine app, the Marine app on my phone. And so I could see all the other players around me. These are all big boats, 300 foot, 250, 280, 360 foot. I'm like, bro, look, see this? This is all the boats everywhere in the world, okay? And I happen to be over here in this part of the world at the time. And so I'm tracking these boats. I'm like, that's fucking Jeff Bezos' boat, bro. That's 360 feet. It's a goddamn sailboat. There's 2 people on it. He's got a staff of 42 people to service 2 people on a 360-foot boat. That is longer than a football field. You understand? And behind that boat is a 250-foot supply boat with helicopter landing pad on both, of course, okay? So that Jeff and his new wife can fly to the little restaurant that they want to go to, okay? Now, next to him is Frank Fertitta's boat, who won Yacht of the Year. Got an award. It's 240 foot. It looks like it's 400. It's the Yacht of the Year. It was designed unbelievable. And behind him is the damn king of Saudi Arabia's boat, okay? Now, these guys are literally like, I'm looking at like, okay, that's 300 million. Behind it's 150 million. There's 200 million. We have over $1 billion worth of boat. We have Jeff's got $180 million in net worth. Frank Fertitta's got probably, I don't know, $40-50 million. That's $250 billion.
Yeah.
And then we got the king of Saudi. So what are we talking about? I mean, we're talking about endless amounts of wealth. My captain wants to pass these guys because he's got a better place to park. Okay? He's like, Graham, man, where we're going is, man, there's no waves. Now, I'm not a Marine guy. I'm not a sailor. I'm not a captain. I don't know anything. I'm just me. You know, I know my IQ comes from, you know, the bayous. I got my common sense IQ is probably off the charts. I'm like, bro, why are we going any place? You just passed Jeff, Frank, and the king. Okay? He puts the anchor down. He's like, no, I got a better place. I said, there ain't no fucking way in the world, my world, your world, their world, any world, that you're going to be in a better place than what we just passed. It's impossible. You don't know anything about winds and waters and waves. I said, whatever, bro. Impossible that we're in a better place. He puts the anchor down. As soon as he puts the anchor down, all these little gnats show up because it was too still. You got to have a little bit of wind, right? I said, bro, pull the anchor up and go back to the money. It's called follow the money. And you don't have to be a sailor to know this shit. Go back to where the money is. Do you think anybody's on Jeff's boat that's going to put him in anything other than the best place? No. Impossible. He's got 28 staff on one boat, 22 on another boat. Fertitta's got 22 people. The king of Saudi probably got fucking 17 wives on that boat and another 28 staff. Right. I'm like, just common sense, man. Follow the money. You don't need to be a sailor.
My next question for you was...
He's got a lot of questions. This guy's got goddamn questions just coming out of him. Where do these questions come from, by the way?
I got a lot of them.
Okay. They come from your mind? You wrote them down?
They come from the mind.
Did you do some studying on the way over here? What happened?
I've been watching you for years.
Okay,
so,
awesome. What's the first thing you saw me on?
The first thing I saw you on, I mean, it's definitely got into social media. One of the best...
YouTube? Or Instagram?
Probably Instagram, but then with the video that really changed my life, or like from you, was the 5 steps to becoming a millionaire, where you got all the people out, and you're like,
yeah, it's like
we're
going
to talk about money, because you got to change the way.
Yeah.
A lot of people today, you know, they'll have a great idea, they'll start that business, but they really struggle to scale and grow it. You know, as someone who's scaled numerous 8- and 9-figure businesses, what's your best advice to anybody when it comes to scaling a business? What's your secret to scaling?
Dude, you got to scale. There's not an option. But I hear other people say, oh, not everybody should scale. If you don't scale, you have nothing. You don't have a business. You're basically somebody else's bitch. Probably even your own. Like, there's no such thing as being the boss, just so you guys know. The smaller the company is, the more bitch you are, really. The more controlled you are, the more, you know, if you have 3 employees, they're going to push you around, even though you're writing the checks. If you have 30 customers, they're going to push you around because you can't lose customers. You got to scale so that you can lose customers. You have to scale your employees so that you could, like, you're never dependent upon an employee. You know, if you have 3 employees, you got a problem. You got 30 employees, you still have a problem. If you got 3,000 employees, you don't have a problem.
Right.
You don't have a problem. You don't have 3,000 problems. You have a manager or 2 that has 3,000 problems, but you don't have them anymore. That's why you got to scale. So my first business couldn't scale. It was in a very tiny vertical, and I was the authority in the vertical. I was the king of the vertical. So it appeared on paper that I was doing good compared to how my dad did or my grandparents. I was doing phenomenal, but it was not scalable. I couldn't sell it, couldn't exit it. I had to do everything, and now we're in 10X Health. that thing's scalable to the hundreds of billions of dollars. We're in real estate. I've raised $1 billion in cash there. That business has got $5 billion worth of real estate. That could go to 10 billion, 50 billion. It could go to 100 billion. Like, there's no limit. As much as I can imagine, as long as I can add good people, it can grow and scale there.
A big component, like you said, was bringing the right people in. What's the number one trait that you look for in
Success.
someone? Yeah.
No, not them being successful. You got to be successful. Success attracts success. You know, when a NBA team wins, dude, they can get winners. Like, if they got a chance of winning the ring next year, all the players, the champions, are going to want to go to that team. So you guys that are having trouble hiring people, it's number one, because you're too small. Number two, because you haven't done anything. Number three, because you got an idea. Everybody's got ideas. By the way, the great ideas go to the grave first. The great ideas end up in the graveyard before all the ideas do. And then you never, even when you get somebody good, you don't keep them because you're small. No great person is going to want to hang out with three people. To keep great people, something needs to get big.
Right.
And so notice Tom Brady. Tom Brady, I mean, is the GOAT, right? So he leaves, what does he do? He becomes a partner in a football team. So you see what I'm saying is he left the game and got bigger, right? Most people just, there's no place to go. You got to have a place to go. So if you want great people around you, number one, you got to do great shit. Two, you got to quit doing dumb shit. Okay, because if you're going to the strip joints on the weekends or the clubs or popping bottles, nobody does business popping bottles.
Right.
You know, you're just not going to make any money after 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
And if you guys think partying at 2 o'clock in the morning is going to get you a deal, it'll never get you a deal. I've been doing this game 40 years. I've never got a deal after 9 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And so do something successful, because people want to be around me. You know, when I do an event that's got 34,000 people in it, they're like, oh, God damn. Like, I can get almost any speaker in the world now because our events are so big. And we sell out every event I do. Why? Because the other ones were so successful that people now trust me, right? They trust me and be like, okay, who's going to bring this year? Success is the way to attract great people.
And you've sold.
It's not a pay plan. It's not incentives. It's not days off. It's not a big office. I can be successful, and people will want to be around you. And then when they leave, they're going to be like, oh, shit, Grant was an asshole. Grant's a hard guy. He didn't give me enough attention. I didn't make enough money. You're going to go to the next place, and nothing's going on. You're going to be like, fuck, I wish I was back over there. Because at least something was happening.